In my last video, I shared what it was like to turn 60. And today, I'm going to share one of my secrets for increased energy and rejuvenation. I'm Kathy Robinson, a certified wellness coach who feels better at 60 than I did at 35. The reason is I prioritize the things that support my health. I eat lots of fruit and veg, exercise, and get solid sleep most nights. Am I perfect at this? Far from it. And when I feel I need a boost, I turn to ProLon. Before we go further, I need to state the obvious. I am not a doctor, and what I'm sharing is not medical advice. My personal experience. Please consult your health professionals before making any change to your health and wellness routines. Here's what we'll cover today. We'll talk about what ProLon is, what I've learned from multiple rounds of the fast, and some suggestions if you decide to give it a try. At the end, I'll share a link for a free PDF journal that you can download. It's the same one I use during my fasts, and it includes a discount code that you can apply to your ProLon orders. So what is ProLon? ProLon is a 5-day meal program that's fast mimicking. That means the food combination was designed so the body's cells believe that they're not being fed, shifting the body into fasting mode so you reap the benefits of a water fast while still eating a limited amount of food. This allows for cellular repair and regeneration throughout the program. I've also experienced reduced inflammation and fat loss, especially visceral fat in the belly area. The program was developed by Dr. Walter Longo, professor and director of the Longevity Institute at the University of Southern California. Dr. Longo studied the lifestyles of thriving centurions and found that periodically cutting out food for periods of time can improve a natural process called autophagy, which is the body's way of clearing cellular debris. The food is sent in a box that contains 5 pre-packaged meal kits for each day. Daily meals are a mix of breakfast nut bars, dried soup blends, olives, crackers, a few dessert bars, and a handful of vitamin supplements. It also comes with herbal teas and a glycerol-based drink called L-Drink that supports the loss of fat and not muscle, as well as promotes a feeling of fullness. All food is 100% plant-based, gluten-free, and non-GMO with no artificial additives. During the 5 days, only the food within the box for that particular day is consumed, so there's nothing additional to buy or prepare. While the program doesn't permit changing the order of the days or swapping food between days, you can eat what's in the daily box in any order you choose. A menu card is provided as a helpful guide, and I find I only make small adjustments to their suggestions. ProLon also has coaches on staff, along with the option of joining daily Zoom calls hosted by nutritionists throughout the program for support, and those services are free of charge. I did my first ProLon fast in 2019, and I've completed the program quite a few times since. In fact, this is day 4 of my 24th fast as I record this. When ProLon hit my radar screen 6 years ago, I was still working in a corporate setting. I chose a time when I wasn't traveling and had no major deadlines to meet. I had the breakfast bar midday, prepared my lunch soup using the microwave in the late afternoon, and then had my evening soup when I got home. The additional snacks and drinks are all portable, so I had those throughout the day and evening whenever I chose. Day 1 was the easiest, with 1,100 calories of food, including several bars. Each of the remaining days included about 800 calories of food. But something seemed to click after day 3. Once I was over the proverbial hump, not only was the end in sight, but I started to feel the results, including clear-headedness and weight loss. So why have I done it 24 times? Quite simply, I feel amazing by the end of the 5 days. Every single time. Not only does it reset my physical body, but it gives me a mental break because I don't have to think about meal preparation for 5 days. I can't emphasize that point enough. What I really appreciate about this process is how much time it frees up. I mindfully redirect that time to walk, journal, and get extra sleep. So I come out of this process feeling renewed physically, mentally, and even spiritually. And every fast is different. I experience and learn something new each time. I remember planning that first fast. I read all the material I could find and decided to heed the advice not to exercise for the duration of the fast to truly give my body a rest and to best utilize the calories that I would be consuming. I also remember paying close attention to my mindset. I set the intention to use this experience to explore and learn something new. I thought of it as an investment in myself, and it did feel like a wellness investment. When I opened that white ProLon packaging, it felt like a spa in a box. It just feels good, like giving yourself a gift. The physical benefits were as expected. More energy, a feeling of lightness, a slimmer waistline, looser clothes, and I did lose 6 pounds that first time. I also chose on that fast to forego coffee, so I did have to work through a mild caffeine withdrawal headache for those first few days. Although the food tasted great, I normally consume a lot of produce, so I remember finding myself craving fresh fruit and vegetables. Looking back, I can say the first time was definitely the hardest, but not because of any physical hardship. It was more about getting over the mental hurdle of being on a fast, that feeling of, can I do this? Can I make it to the end? I was most surprised at how often I thought about food throughout the day. It was interesting to catch my impulse to reach for something to eat out of habit or as part of my routine, not because I was hungry. That mindfulness helped me understand the difference between true hunger, which I didn't experience too often, and perceived hunger, when what I really needed to do was to drink water or take a break from whatever I was doing. When I came to the end of my first fast, I knew I'd try it again. I felt that good. And it was absolute euphoria having that first meal on day 6. Melon, banana, and berries with homemade almond milk and a cup of coffee. Amazing. It was like my taste buds woke up. I savored and was grateful for each bite. That first fast also helped me create new habits. I bought a few boxes of fast bars, which are the breakfast bars from the 5-day program, and I began having those for breakfast, extending my natural intermittent fasting periods for that much longer. My food portion sizes became smaller naturally, and I became more tuned into my body, now having the discernment to know when I was truly hungry or reaching for food out of habit. Since then, I find there's something nice about giving myself a pause from my routine from time to time. Each fast gets easier to complete. That said, there were 2 times when my body went through more of a detox and I experienced a headache and loss of energy for the first few days. But now I'm to the point where my body will start to crave a ProLon fast every few months. I still enjoy getting a break from being in the kitchen, and I'm always proud of myself at the end of those 5 days. Here are 3 main benefits I enjoy most. The first is the physical transformation. Even though I stay within 5 to 10 pounds of my ideal weight, I routinely drop 6 to 8 pounds during each fast, all around the midsection. This makes ProLon a great tool for me whenever I find my weight trending up a bit. It keeps me in a comfortable weight range. That lightness coupled with cell regeneration gives me an incredible feeling of rejuvenation. The second is mental clarity. Having been through the fast repeatedly, I've learned to relax and enjoy the process. I look forward to taking a break from my CrossFit and hiking routines and enjoy long walks instead, where it's not unusual for me to receive unexpected insight. That's why I take notes throughout the fast. I like to capture how I'm feeling and what changes I'd like to implement post-fast. I also sleep really well during the fasts. This results in a clear-headedness and a deep sense of energetic calm. The third is heightened enjoyment. My end of fast celebration is to go food shopping on the last day of the fast for transition day, which is day 6. That's when you get to choose what you'll eat. You need to be careful not to hit your body with too much food, but I find that I'm so in tune with my body, the last thing I want to do is overeat. In fact, that's been a great byproduct of repeatedly doing the fast. I no longer like the feeling of overindulging. This is a huge mindset shift for me, and I credit ProLon with helping me get there. It's also fun to see what my body is craving and the heightened sense of enjoyment I get when I break fast and have that first meal. Now to you. If you decide to try ProLon, here are 9 considerations and suggestions. 1. Take a look at your calendar so you can plan your fast accordingly. Look for a span where any impactful commitments are limited. It's great to stay busy, but not helpful to have stressful deadlines looming the first time you try it. 2. If you'd like some support and accountability, take advantage of the free virtual ProLon coaching services or find a buddy to do it with. 3. Minimize exercise during those 5 days, but do walk and stretch each day. 4. Get plenty of sleep. 5. Drink plenty of water. 6. If you're planning to cut out coffee for 5 days, taper off the caffeine before starting the fast so you don't get withdrawal headaches. 7. Keep a journal to capture your learnings. You'll gain insight, especially into what trips you up when you're not fasting and how you might address that moving forward. It's also interesting to note the sensations and the feelings you experience to help guide you post-fast, especially what your body craves most. Lastly, it's a great point of reference should you ever choose to fast again. 8. Use the last day of the fast, which is day 5, to plan for your transition. Have healthy food on hand and plan your first few meals. And 9, on transition day, day 6, enjoy that first cup of coffee or that first meal. It will taste unbelievably amazing. You will feel nothing but gratitude for the food you're enjoying. Depending on your goals, you can complete this program safely once a month and then transition to whenever you feel the need to do it again. Back in 2019, I did it for a few months in a row and then every other month before switching to a seasonal approach, which is what I do now, right after New Year's, springtime, and autumn. I'm almost done with round 24, so I can start the holiday season refreshed and aligned. However you choose to do it, I hope you'll consider ProLon to help you reset from time to time. You deserve it. And to help you along, head over to athenawellness.com/ProLon to download your free fasting journal, which includes my affiliate link so you can get the latest discount from ProLon. It's a great way to support Athena Wellness while investing in yourself. And if you have a health savings account or flexible spending account with your employer, you can use those funds to purchase ProLon products. Thank you so much for watching. I hope my ProLon experience have been insightful and will help you make the best decision for yourself. Until next time, be well.